Now let's build the leg for our female character. And the leg is going to be very straightforward. It's going to be just a cylinder shape. Let's go ahead and look at the artwork and get a couple of cues from this leg. So you can see right here is the side shape from the side. And one thing I notice is it's kind of got a very designed sort of look. It's very you can see the calf is kind of angular right here, and then you've got this kind of curve that comes back up in here, just a hint of a knee, and then coming down to sort of a thin ankle. Okay, so it's got a very pleasing shape, and you can take a look at the different views here as well. Now you can see that it's posed up at this point, but we're not going to model it like this. We'll let the animators pose it up. Our concern is actually just creating the model. So we'll go ahead and model these legs pretty straight from the hip kind of down, maybe angled slightly, but it's going to be very straight. We're not going to model it like this because that would be just like we're not going to model the arms like this. We want to model them sort of out somewhere where they can be rigged a little bit more easily. All right, so let's go ahead and just start with a cylinder shape. And we know where it's going to connect, and we know where the floor is, so we can go ahead and just drop that in. All right, we know we want the resolution to be 12. So go ahead and I'll just go ahead and bump that up. And then we can just start to put this into position. And the top part, I'll just put it roughly into the spot there where that leg's going to start. And then all we're going to do is come in and add resolution. As a matter of fact, we can do that. Add that resolution right now. Get started. Add some subdivisions along the height. And then I'll just get rid of these faces on the top and on the bottom. And then it'll just be a matter of shaping it. So if we want to go to the side, you can shape the side first and then go to the front if you'd like to. Either way. So we've got, keep in mind that her heel, her foot is going to be in a high heel. So this distance is going to be a little bit greater. And as a matter of fact, this distance is going to be a bit greater from her knee to the ground because her heel is going to be off of the ground. Okay, so just keep that in mind, make that a little bit longer. So go ahead and drag this one down to the ankle. Scale that down. Maybe that is the calf. And just start to shape some of these pieces here from the side. If you want to, you could rotate this top one up a little bit so it's kind of beginning to match up a little bit better with this. And we'll move this whole thing over to the front and just kind of shape this a little bit. And anytime you need some more resolution, you can drop that in. So we'll drop a few in here. Okay, let's go ahead and grab these points, move them forward. And for now, let's say this is our knee. So we'll go ahead and kind of grab those back points where the calf is going to be. And we'll just kind of scale those out a bit. And let's go ahead and move this up slightly. So now it's just, again, a matter of shaping to get something that you like. Okay. Now I want to add a little bit more resolution here. I'm going to go ahead and bend this knee just slightly. Just give it a little bit of a bend. Right there. And continue to just, I'm going to scale this knee down quite a bit. I'm going to create a little bit more of the mass up here and then kind of thin down as it gets down to the knee. And you can move these things up and down depending on what looks right. Move these back. Down to the ankle. Bring another line in here. You want to try to keep the front of the leg pretty straight. Okay. And then it just comes down to shaping. When you get to that point, you also want to maybe push in the back of the knee just slightly. Give the hint of that detail back there behind the knee. And you can also pull the knee out a little bit, the front of the knee, that is. We're not going to do a kneecap per se, but we can just add some detail in there. You might want to add a little bit, and this will help with the angularity of the calf as well, because when you have these lines that are a little bit closer together, when you go ahead and smooth it, you'll be able to see that. And you can work on it in your smooth mode and just continue to shape it. Maybe thin this out a bit. Maybe this needs to be a bit wider. Okay. You don't want it to be too big. You want it to be kind of petite. But you also want some mass up here in the hips to come down these legs and then kind of exaggerate that transition from those from the hips down to the ankle. Alright, so it's getting there. Just continue to shape the leg. You can see I've got the little divot in the back there. You might need to grab these parts of the calf and scale them out a little bit. Like that. So just do some shaping, pushing and pulling of the points. But we've got the geometry in there. You can feel free to add any sort of loops that you want. Just shape it from the side, go back to the front, shape it from the front, kind of get it in a rough position. You don't have to match it up exactly. Just get it in a rough position. And then we'll come in next, once we've got that done, and we'll go ahead and attach this leg and then kind of smooth out this whole area that we've got here. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that next.